guys, it's me, Crystal, with Love, Peace, Herbs, Tea, and Gardening, and I'm back in the garden again today. But I'm not going to be doing my vegetable gardens or anything with food. I'm going to be doing something with my rose garden and my hibiscus. So it's still somewhat food, because you can take rose petals or the rose buds and make tea, and it helps with stomach digestion and pain and all of that, as well as the hibiscus, and it helps lower your blood pressure. So I'm going to be planting some roses and some hibiscus. So I guess it's kind of an extension of my medicine garden, because this side here was, I'm just going to do this from this pole right here to that pole right there. So that little square footage is all that I'm doing. So just to show you guys what I'm doing, I'm gonna let the camera roll and I'm gonna get to work. I just got through killing a yellow jacket's nest. It was making a nest on one of my roses, and I didn't know it. And my husband and I were just picking up roses and moving them, not realizing that they were there. So it's hot out here. It's 10:51, and I just got through walking 4 miles. So I'm finna try to get this done, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this right now. I probably end up quitting, but I'm tired. So yeah, let's start getting this done. I do have my Black Gold organic soil that I got from Tractor Supply, and I got my black mulch that I got from Walmart. It was $2.22, and then the Black Gold was $16.99. It does 4.4 square foot, and I got 2 of them. So I think it'll fill this up perfectly. So again, because this is a lower area, I'm going to start building and get up, so that my bushes don't get root rot. So they're going to be buried somewhat underground, but more so above ground, if that makes sense. Because even though it's hotter here, when we get more of a cold, I have to make sure I put enough soil and mulch around it to protect the roots. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. So yeah, let me take a picture of this so I know exactly how the layout is, because I'm finna move them. All right, we got it. So let me bring you guys forward with a moving camera. Yeah. So as you can see, those 3 are done. Those 3 are done. Whew. And I don't know what they had in here. Looked like they had a above ground garden or whatever, but I had the hardest time. It took, the camera cut off at 30 minutes, so it took about 45 minutes, give or take, to get all of this cleared out. It was a half of a bucket. There were bricks, there were rocks, it was pieces of clothing, string. I did dig far enough to make sure it wasn't nobody's, but yeah, I didn't see anything. And so I'm putting this here, this peat moss here, because I want to build it up as I go, especially with the mulch. So these are not planted deep into the ground. They're halfway planted in the ground and halfway out. My South African rose, this rose right here, is finally, I got another bloom. When I bought it, it had 1 bloom. Now I got another bloom. So I'm not putting anything in the ground because I already fertilized it, and the same dirt that was in the bucket is going into the ground with it. So what I will fertilize it with is Alaska 511 once I get done. And I think I'm gonna wash these bricks off. Wait, where I'm at? These bricks off right here, and there's some like right here. Wash those off and then make a trail, like a border with them. Like they say, finders keepers, losers weepers. So yeah, I got my roses there. I'm really happy with them, how they look right there. It's a rose, hibiscus, and then a rose. So yeah, and then I'm gonna start on this side here and putting a rose, another tall rose, a climbing rose, and then it'll have the hibiscus, and then the rose, and then in the middle, like right there, I'm gonna put the pink rose bush. So yes, again, I'm doing a little bit at a time. I want to be able to take my time and do this, because once it's here, it's here. I don't plan on going back picking it up unless it dies out. And I want to replace it with a newer one. But I'm going to, you know, have room so I can plant another one back there if I need to. One up front, right here if I need to. This one is, that one is kind of struggling. So, yeah, I think once I get it stable, because it's been in a pot for 3 years. I think once I get it stable and all of that and amended and planted, it should do a lot better. So yes, this is the start of my little secret garden, y'all. I'm so excited. I am. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've had dreams of having this kind of garden, even though my watermelon is like right here. My watermelon and cantaloupe and melons are right here. This will be the last year that I will have anything right here, like as far as something like this. I just put this here for right now, but once it's down, I'm going to add the weed barrier paper to it so that it'll, you know, and then add the mulch to it so we don't have to worry about grass and all of that growing through it. I normally would use cardboard box, but I don't have any more right now. I used the last of my cardboard box. I used it for where I'm going to plant, where I did plant the milling row. So yeah, I don't think I'll be knee high by 4th of July, so that's fine with me. I don't care. Yeah, but I'm gonna come back, guys, once I did tie the rose bush down. Even though that's a short trellis right there, it was $10 at Walmart. Right now I'm on the budget, so yeah, I'm trying to make it work. I do need to go back and tie up my Peggy Martin so they could do better. But yeah, I'm tired, y'all. I'm finna get this together. I I just want, and then I want to be able to put like some kind of flowers like down low across the front. But this side that we're standing on now, this is gonna be the bigger side. This is gonna be the most gorgeous side. So I have hydrangeas. I have little limelight hydrangeas. One, I am going to propagate it later on, like not now, but more so of maybe October, if that makes sense. I will propagate it. It gets really tall, so I am going to propagate it, and then I'm gonna propagate some of the other ones, and so that I'm trying not to keep buying bushes. I can use my own bushes, and this is gonna take time to put together, and I know that. So yeah, but let me finish off because it's hot. I'm tired, and I'm gonna start the next digging. You see I broke a shovel, y'all, and that was new. That was new from Lowe's. It was PVC pipe. It don't stand up like the shovel that I had from my parents, that I took from my parents. I stole it from my parents' house, and it was like there since I was a little kid. So they don't make things like they used to anymore. This wood one, would you think the wood would have rotted out, would have lasted? Nope. But let's get back to work. The lotus. This is not a grub worm. This is a lotus. Okay guys, as you can see, I got the Weberry paper down, and I'm just getting ready to put the mulch. I need some more to fill in, like right there. So my husband did make the suggestion of outlining it with bricks. I think I'm gonna do that, wash these bricks off, and now I'm gonna lay the mulch. I raised it up a little bit with the raise the level up. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and put the mulch down, and then I'm gonna spread it out evenly, and then wait for the rest of the Weberry paper to come, and then I can put that down. So yeah, it's the fabric, not paper, Weberry fabric. So yeah, because I got to hurry up and get out this heat. It's hot, and then I got to go to my weight loss management group, support group today. So yes, I'll see y'all when I cut this back on. Now I'm gonna let it run. Yeah, I'll just speed it up. Okay guys, so my husband went and got me some more landscaping fabric. So yes, I'm putting it down, and y'all, I done took a break, dropped me a little bit of Pedialyte, and I came to my window and looked outside, and I'm loving it. Now I just can't wait to clean up this over here and work on my hydrangea side. It's gonna be a long way to go with that, but I'm gonna be able to put my hydrangeas up. But as far as like, I'm gonna have to spread them out because I do want some more highlight hydrangeas, and those get 6 to 8 feet tall. So I want to be able to get more of those, but also bring forward the shorter ones. But everything else, because I'm gonna have so much space over here. I'm gonna have so much space on this side that it's gonna take a minute to fill in. So I'm gonna do, like, instead of me doing it like I'm doing here, row, 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 I'm gonna have to do like row, row, and then row for this side. And I'm not breaking my back or breaking my bank trying to make sure all of this is done at one time. What I'm gonna do is do a little bit at a time, and then watch it all come together over time. So just hang in there with me. I will be recording a series of my secret garden, and I'm going to name it after my granny, Mother. So yeah, I want to find somebody who can put a wood sign, like the wood craving sign, carving sign over the arch that says Mother's Garden. So yes, because my granny loved flowers. She loved gardening, period. And this is where I get my gardening from. Both my grannies, but my mom's mom was really, really big on it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the camera running again, and I'm gonna help my husband do this. So I'm completely done. I just have to clean up. This is what it looks like. It looks really, really good to me. I really, really like it. And I'm just waiting for it to fill out and fill in and do what it's gonna do. I'm excited for my South African rose right here. I'm loving it. I need to deadhead those roses. And then we already outlined here what we're gonna do. And this is where we're gonna plant the hydrangeas. Now again, come maybe February, I'll be moving that border back to this way, and then it'll be a lot of gardening space here. I plan on putting like pathways with pavers in here, so in the front part be like pathways, and then have all of this here, and then make a shade garden here under that tree. I don't like the tree, but I ain't gonna say I don't like it. I love the tree. I just feel like whoever pruned it did not know how to prune the trees correctly. But it gives, I don't want to take it away because it gives my air conditioner unit shade. And then over here, I'm gonna fill this out. Like, not right now because I have figs on my tree, but I am going to start planting my, so my camera went dead. I'm trying to hurry up and get this last bit. But eventually, starting from here on across here, will be another piece of a garden. So yeah, remember, if there's someone you're upset with, forgive them, because forgiveness is not for them, but it is for you, and life is too short. Be blessed, be safe. And if you want to know how to start a garden, get you some dirt, a bucket, and drop the seed. Love each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.